When I was a kid, every Saturday afternoon, I would rush to the television set and I would eagerly await a little thing called Monster Movie Matinee. It was one of these hosted horror programs that had a couple of hosts. One was a vampire, one was kind of his assistant. They did a few skits in between the movie itself, but they showed these classic horror movies, mostly in black and white, but not all. And it was my exposure to Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula, and Godzilla, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Just an amazing array of monsters, ghosts, and other things horror related. And so, what I hope to do with this particular video is pay homage to those types of movies that I remember from my childhood. Classic horror movies, some great, some not so great, but all of them were entertaining and all of them were enjoyable. And so I'd like to start out today with the first homage and continue this theme on an ongoing basis, assuming people like it. Seems like there's a lot of horror fans out there. I'm a fan of more of the older horror, let's say 1980s and earlier, with some exceptions. As I've pointed out in the past, I certainly have some exceptions to that rule. But generally speaking, I enjoy older horror movies more than I enjoy the modern horror movie. But I'll throw one of those in once in a while too. All right, hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Let me know. Obviously, I'm interested in your feedback. If people don't like it, I want to tweak it. If people don't want it at all, I want to dump it and do something that somebody enjoys. Now, I'm going to do a few of them just for my own enjoyment, but I'm not going to continue forever just for my own enjoyment. So let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, write a comment. Let me know the types of movies you want to see. If you want to see some modern ones thrown in here, no problem at all. I certainly have my fair share of modern movies, and I can certainly watch them on Hulu and things like that if I don't feel inclined to go out and purchase them. Anyway, that's the premise. That's the show. And enough of that. On with the show. As I was finalizing this video, it occurred to me that October, or as many of you know it as Shocktober, would be a perfect time to actually begin this. So I'm going to start in October, or Shocktober, every Saturday, which is the homage to, or the homage to Monster Movie Matinee, and actually do a horror movie review, probably with some scenes from the movie, whether they be still shots or otherwise, my comments, why I like it, why I didn't like it, and I won't like all of them, but they will be typical of the types of movies that I would see on that program from many, many years ago. All right, I hope you enjoy it. I'll have some modern ones on there as well, but for the month of October, or Shocktober, let me see what we can pull off there. So, all right, guys, give me your feedback. Let me know what you're thinking, and I look forward to doing these once a week on Saturdays in the month of October to start. Thanks. Take care. Okay, the sun is coming in. I decided to add onto this video, in addition to talking about the Shocktober that I'd like to do for the month of October, I did pick up some horror stuff I can watch in October, some of it, whether it be for the movie reviews or just for my own pleasure. So let me go through what I got. I'm going to start with the non-horror and then work my way into the horror. There's not much in the non-horror side, so yeah. First one is Furious 7, Fast and Furious 7 or Furious 7. Heard good things about it. This is the Steelbook, but I'm going to add it to I have the one with the tire that has room for this, so I may end up throwing the Blu-ray in there and just taking the DVD with the Steelbook and selling it on eBay or something, and making some of the money back on it, and maybe keeping the digital HD, I guess. Because I have the other ones on digital HD, so I might as well add this to it as well. Anyway, Furious 7 is number one on the non-horror side. The other one, where'd I put it? Oh, what did I do with it? There it is. Hold on. Sorry. Here it is. I've been wanting this for a while. It finally came down on $29.99 on Amazon, so it was time to pick up the Game of Thrones, the fourth season. I love these. A lot of good extras on it. I do like the standard covers. In almost every case, I've gone with the standard cover as opposed to the rare, and I know it's collectible. I just like the standard one, and I like this one quite a bit, so I didn't even think about the variants that you could get at Best Buy. Some of them were colorful and cool, but I just like this black one embossed. The crow. It looks really cool, I think. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Game of Thrones. Fourth season. Love this thing. Starts up this weekend, I think. So I'll look forward to that. Okay, that I think is all the non-horror. Oh, there's one more. The rest are sort of horror. You'll see what I mean when I get to them. This one is, I couldn't pass this up. I owned this once. I really liked it. So I decided to get it again. Really, really enjoyed this movie. Wes Anderson's The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Bill Murray in it. Got it for a good price on the DVD. I know it's not on Blu-ray, but I get it for a good price, and I'm happy with the DVD quality, so I'm going to stick with it. So that was the one criterion I picked up. The rest, I think, will qualify as horror. Let me start with one that I've been waiting to have it come out for a while. I haven't even really looked at this that carefully, but I'm hoping the quality is good on it. Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of extras on this, I don't think. Just some. Anyway, I like the look of it. I like the slipcover on it quite a bit. I was a big fan of these movies when I was a kid, and I just think I still will be. And that is Bud Abbott, Lou Costello, Meet the Monsters collection. So it's Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello meet the Invisible Man, Abbott and Costello meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Abbott and Costello meet the Mummy. Nice. And actually, in Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, they meet Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman. So pretty cool. And this has got Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney Jr. This is some good stuff in here. And you know, who better than Lou Costello to come across these monsters and just be frightened out of his wits? And of course, Bud Abbott's going to try to tell him he's seeing things for most of it, probably until he realizes, oh, there is something to this. But yeah, it should be great. Really looking forward to this. You can see the slip. This is embossed. The word monsters and Costello and Abbott and collection is embossed. As are the characters, at least the hands. Feels like definitely the hands are of Abbott and Costello. Pretty cool though. There's the spine and the back. And it was like $14 or something. But for 4 movies, especially these movies on DVD, something I really was looking forward to. And hopefully things are cleaned up a little bit. I don't know. I just wanted them. This was in 1948. Universal Pictures paired its most popular comedy team with its hugely successful monsters, launching an entirely new genre. These 4 outrageously funny films find Bud and Lou meeting Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and the Mummy. Co-starring horror legends Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, and Lon Chaney Jr., this timeless collection continues to scare up laughs for audiences of all ages. Yeah. There are bonus features. Abbott and Costello meet the monsters, a behind-the-scenes look at the duo's popular series of films as they meet up with Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman. And then feature commentaries on Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein and Abbott and Costello meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know who is commenting. Doesn't say. So, I don't think it says it in here either. I don't see that it does. Yeah, it doesn't say. But it'd be just cool to have a commentary. Okay. Now the rest I think qualify as horror, in my opinion. First up, these are the Walmart. I guess they're exclusives. This is exclusive artwork. You get the standard Blu-ray, but then you also get these art cards, which are kind of cool. So I haven't opened one up yet. I'll probably open up this one just to check it out. This is Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the one with Donald Sutherland. Always liked this movie.
surprised it didn't make my top 50. I didn't own it so at that point, so I guess I wouldn't have put it on my top 50. But I have seen it many times and enjoyed it when I watched it. Yeah, so you get the art card, which is put on with that stupid glue that they use. It should be all right. Because I really want the art card, I think, separate from the actual case, I believe. And of course, this glue has put like dents in this thing. How do they do this? Seriously, how do they manage to like burn this thing in or something? Let's see what I mean here in a minute. They really have like hosed it, because I like the original cover too. I kind of want both. See what they did here. I mean, if I'm going to find that on all of them, I'm going to have to buy some extra cases just to take care of this, because that's annoying. And my thought was to take the art cover as it is and put it on the inside, or maybe even put it up on the wall or something. I hadn't really come to that yet, but I hadn't come to the conclusion of what to do with it. But I had a couple of thoughts there of what I might be able to do. So, let's see here. Yeah, you know, and it's just, this is crappy cases anyway. These are these eco cases that I detest, but I probably can do something other than that. This is weird glue. This is not like the typical stuff. This is weird. It almost looks like they put it on too hot and it melted the case when they did it, which I'll probably find on a lot of these, but this card probably fits in here. It does not fit in here. All right, so you can either leave it on the cover, you can even leave it on the cover like they have. See, I really like that cover too, so I kind of want the best of both worlds. And you've got this, which is too big for the inside, but I could make some sort of display with this. Get a little bit of a crease up near the top, but not too bad. That's not my favorite of the ones I got. It certainly does show the pod, but not my favorite of the covers that I've picked up here. So that's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'll have to do something with that case, sadly. This is 28 Days Later. Thought the cover was cool. And then it's got the standard 28 Days case underneath it. Don't judge me. Jennifer's Body. Again, you've got the standard look underneath this one, and then you've got this one. This is really artistic, though I also like the original one that's on here. This is the unrated version of The Last House on the Left. Kind of an interesting look though here. Then next is, I haven't seen this movie in years, but I remember liking it. It's just, you know, it's one of these ones that is funny. The setting is appropriate. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, where they come down and the teenagers battle them in a like a carnival atmosphere. Pretty cool. And last, but I think the art on this is my favorite of all of them. Again, you get the original one. But I really like this art card that came with it, and that is David Cronenberg's The Fly. I can't believe I didn't own this. Certainly watched it enough when it was on HBO or Showtime or whatever. One of his better movies, I think. Like it better than Videodrome and most of his other ones, actually. We like The Fly. I thought it was well done. For a remake especially, I thought they redid it nicely. All right, that's it. So just kind of recap it quickly. We had Fast and Furious 7 in the Steelbook. Like so. Oh, there's one more. I'll get to that now. I forgot about this one. I got one from Arrow. There's another one coming too, but I got this one. Of all the Arrow things that I saw that were on sale, this one really caught my eye, and that is The Night of the Comet. This one I saw, never saw the whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces of it some time ago when this thing came out. I think it was a while ago that I saw it, though. I'm going to say it was like 10 years ago at least that I saw it, maybe more. And I saw it on TV. So, Night of the Comet. Probably Showtime or Cinemax or one of those things. Enjoyed it, as I recall. A bit different take on the the whole idea of invaders and yeah, this. I'm trying to remember this movie. Oh yeah. This is a zombie film. Okay, I remember this one. Yeah. So it's been a while since I saw it, but I remember that Mary Catherine Stewart was in it. Or Catherine Mary Stewart, I mean, because I liked her. Thought she was hot. That's mainly what I remember from the film. Sorry, don't judge me. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The Last House on the Left. Jennifer's Body again. 28 Days Later. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This melted cover. But this is kind of cool. Come on. This is kind of cool art card, so I'll figure out what I want to do with that. I don't think I want to leave it on the front, though. That's not the way to go. Just have to hope that all of them aren't melted on. Abbott and Costello. Monsters Collection. Very cool. The Life Aquatic. The Fly. Cronenberg. And last but not least is, Game of Thrones, the 4th season. A pretty big pickup, but most of the Blu-rays were like $5 at Walmart, so I can't complain. Maybe they were $6, something like that. So these were all pretty good prices, and I'm pretty happy. So look, I got a lot of watching to do in October. So look for my Shocktober reviews. I'll try to pick some older movies, some black and white ones that I recall from the the cheesy days of at least my childhood films from Monster Movie Matinee, which was such a great show. Hated when it went off the air. But every Saturday, 1 o'clock, man, I was there at the set, parked right in front of the black and white set. Color set wouldn't have mattered anyway. Most of them were in black and white. But it was cool. We did have a color set later, and some of them were in color. But I remember the black and white ones probably better than I remember the color ones. Anyway, hopefully look forward to that in October, and hope everybody else enjoys their October. I have plenty to watch, believe me. Watch and rewatch. Looking forward to watching some of the Halloweens that I've never seen. I'll go through and watch some of the classics. Classics. Nightmare on Elm Street, we'll call it a classic. And then some of the classics, the Universal films, the Hammer films, some of the old black and white things that I recall from Monster Movie Matinee. All right, guys. Your comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think of the series. If you like the thing in October, I can continue it on periodically, kind of mix it in with other stuff. I am planning on doing a Criterion Collection review, just taking a movie kind of randomly. I've got a wheel that I can spin, and done it a few times. I'm going to continue to do that as well. That seemed to go over well. I get a lot of views on that, and we'll see how that goes over, and just mix things up. And I'm sure there'll be some unboxings or showcases of new stuff from time to time as I purchase things, especially in November. And I'm kind of going to be hopefully not buy too much. I'm going to be buying Age of Ultron because I've never seen it. I didn't go in the theater. I thought it was just to buy the Blu-ray when it came out, so I'll be doing that. I pre-purchased that one at Best Buy. And I recommend you probably do that if you want it. Just seems like that one might, especially if you want any sort of a special edition one. And I think I did get a special edition. I think I got a Steelbook. I think that's what I ordered. Anyway, that's pretty much kind of a quick channel update. And also the Monster Movie Matinee homage. And finally the recent pickups, mostly horror. All right, guys, take care. Again.